Nick Jones Jr. I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama.
Can you tell me a little bit about the film you have playing here at Sidewalk?
You want me to look at you?
With me.
Oh, okay. I'll look at all of the there.
No problem.
Cold Choices, it's a military drama, and it just kind of depicts the sacrifice that our military members have to do in the line of duty.
All right, now you just left the screening for your film. Can you tell me how the screening went?
Oh, it was amazing. I think this is probably the biggest audience I've had for a screening of my film, so it was great. The audience was great. We had a bunch of good films that came before and after it, so it was dope.
Now, you told me last night that you were working on a series called Black Sails. How did you get involved with that?
I went to a Veterans Writers Retreat, and I met a screenwriter. His name's Ashley Miller. He wrote X-Men First Class and Thor. And I wrote a pilot that he really liked. And from that, I started working with him, getting in contact with his contacts. And Black Sails came from that.
Wow. How's the show going so far? You said it was the third season?
Well, so seasons 1 and 2 are already out. Season 3 comes out in January, and we're working on season 4 right now.
Well, you have a movie that's coming out, I think you said at Venice?
Yes, so I have a movie premiering next week at the Venice Film Festival called Man Down. I was the military consultant on that. I did all the military rewrites, and I'm acting in it as well as Sergeant Moore, so I'm the Marine that Shia LaBeouf, Gary Oldman, Jai Courtney, Kate Mara, they're all in the film, and I play Sergeant Moore, and my character trains Shia LaBeouf and Jai Courtney's character in the movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was it like working with some people like that? Gary Oldman's a fantastic actor.
Gary Oldman's my favorite actor of all time, so it was a little nerve-wracking working with him. I remember when I first met him, I was scared to talk to him, and my dad, he was on set with me that day, and I left set for a second. I come back, and my dad's talking to Gary Oldman, like, whoa, whoa. And then Gary Oldman waves me over. He's like, hey, your dad's been telling me all about you and stuff. So my dad broke the ice for me, meeting Gary Oldman, so that was pretty cool.
That's awesome. He does so many voices, it's hard to ever know what his real voice is like.
Yeah, I know. He's so soft-spoken and just really nice. And I'm used to seeing him in movies like The Professional and Dracula and stuff like that, or even, too many movies to think of. But yeah, he's always hard. He's always hard to press, so he never really comes across really low-key. So just hearing him talk in person for the first time, I was like, man, you sound like my grandpa or somebody. So that was pretty cool.
He never broke into the Drexel. Remember True Romance?
Yeah, True Romance. Yeah. You know what? He told me the story about how he got the voice for Drexel. So he gets the role, and he's saying, him and his friend, they drove across the country, and he's listening to nothing but rap music. So he's listening to rap music for about 2-3 days, driving across the country. He gets to New York where they shoot it at, and he's in his trailer, and he hears somebody walking and talking outside his trailer, and he's like, I like that voice. So he reaches outside, he's like, hey, come here. So he calls the dude in, he's like, hey, can you just talk for me? And that's how he got the voice for Drexel. He listened to some random guy in New York outside of his trailer, and he loved his voice. He was like, that's the voice I'm going to use. And he had cornrows, so he was like, you know what, this guy needs to have cornrows too. And that's how he created his character.
Wow, that is an awesome story, dude.
Yeah.
Last two. Yeah. What has your Sidewalk experience been like thus far?
Amazing. This is my first Sidewalk, and I love how the festival caters to the filmmakers. I mean, I'm being shoveled everywhere. I get to eat free all over the town. And I used to live in Birmingham, and I'm seeing parts of Birmingham I never knew existed. So, I mean, I'm learning a lot about the history of Birmingham and just seeing how much the city has grown since I've been gone. So I'm loving it.
Last question. When you leave Birmingham, what's next for you?
I leave Birmingham. I go back to LA for a day. Then I'm off to Paris for a day. Then I'm in Venice for the festival, Venice Festival. Then I'm back in LA for a day. Then I'm in Toronto we're also screening at the Toronto International Film Festival as well. And then I graduate from film school on the 19th. So yeah, all of this kind of happened. And then back to work at Black Sails.